Okay, welcome everybody. This is Lance Duke and Martin Pea broadcasting over our Zoom platform. Welcome everybody on our Zoom platform. Also, social media platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. And this is a kind of specialized topic pertaining to real estate professionals, AI for real estate professionals, transforming your business with cutting edge tools. Now, if you're not in the real estate business and you want to know what real estate people have to do for marketing, uh, I'll give you some information on that. Specific examples of what I use. We'll be talking about different marketing things and all that. So this webinar is presented by Expert Media Matters. Um, Lance Luke and Martin Pea here. Um, I'll skip over this part. Okay, so why don't we put these webinars on? We've given a whole bunch on business marketing and different ways to market your business, traditional marketing versus social media. And we do it to help small business owners and entrepreneurs build, manage, and market online. Today's topic, AI for real estate professionals. And before I start, I just want you to know that in addition to marketing, construction, Martin and I have been in real estate. Martin has been in since 1970, although he's not active. I think he started real estate during the dinosaur days or something like that. Yeah. And then I got my real estate license in 1980, and so I'm active in real estate also. A lot of people don't know that. And last year I was the top producer in my real estate company, highest sales volume, highest sales price, and those good things. So the other thing is that I just started using AI in my real estate professional just like this past year. So it's a fairly new thing. And this webinar is not only for real estate professionals, but it could be applicable to any other business or profession that is in the real estate industry or works with the real estate industry, such as mortgage brokers, mortgage professionals, appraisers, home inspectors, contractors, even insurance professionals. Okay, so let's get right to it. What is AI? Uh, for people that don't know, AI stands for artificial intelligence, which involves using computers to perform tasks that typically require humans to do or human intelligence. So in the past, you did it all your own. Humans did things, were creating websites and social media posts and all that. And the shift has gotten to using AI for those things and even more. So AI can transform how real estate professionals work, offering tools for smarter decision making, personalized client experiences, and streamlined operations. So prior to AI, I was doing things manually, like making websites, creating social media posts, creating fact sheets, and different things like that. So it's a time saver, right? Because now you have another person helping you, but you still have to be the main person in charge. So why does AI matter in real estate? Here's the benefits: more efficiency. You can personalize things like email. If you have an email database, it can be more personal. Data-driven decisions. Instead of wondering what's next for you, you can basically use AI as a tool to come up with, your marketing program and things like that. If you work for a big company, um, the company or franchise, they already have a marketing program, but you may want to adapt that as well as kind of tweak it on your own and do other things in addition to what the company provides to you. Here's some challenges. If you're not into AI, that, you're going to have, there's a learning curve. Um, and there's also, uh, like, some people just don't like technology and stuff. So that may be a barrier. And then the cost, the cost is not exactly free. It could be free, depends on how you want to use it. But as you progress and want AI to do more things, then it's more costly, right? So you can get the free Chat GPT or use Google for free, but then it can only do certain things to help you. Okay, you got to pay extra for advanced things. So one thing I want to point out first is you can use AI to help build websites. And you might say, well, what do you mean websites? I only have one. Well, you could have multiple websites like what I do. You can have like your real estate company website, okay, XYZ company, or and you could also have your own website as your own real estate agent, and then you could even have additional websites, and I'll show you some of mine specifically for each property. So let's say you have 5 listings. You can create 5 separate websites for each of your listings and put it on your main website. Okay, so there's different ways to do it. So AI and website design enhance user experience by personalizing website content based on visitor behavior, preferences, past interaction, and so forth. So the example I gave you with 5 listings, you could list one property, have a website specific to only that property, and list, feature photos, description of property and all that, and have other pages with whatever else you want. Your about section, you want to feature other things like social media posts, blogs, or your own newsletter. You could have all those on the menu. So let's say somebody is only interested in that particular property. They're not only going to see information on that specific property, but they're always going to see information on yourself and what other content you have, because they may not go to your real estate website. Okay? It depends how you market. So here's an example of my real estate website that I use AI to help. And of course, here's the caveat. You don't want AI to just make the website and then you're going to put it online. You want to be sure that you review it. What you want to do is have the AI create an outline for your website, review it, and tweak it. And so when it's finalized, it's actually your own website. It's not an AI website. So you got to be careful. You're the boss. You're in control. AI is just a tool to help you. Okay, don't let the tool get carried away, run on its own, and ends up being in left field. And that's not, what you want to say. That's not in the order you want. The text isn't complete, or the images aren't what you really want to show. Okay, so this is a screenshot of my real estate website. And I have as soon as the Lahaina fire came up, I went and put this banner on my website on the front page: do not contact us to purchase land in Lahaina, Maui. Okay, because a lot of real estate people were getting calls and inquiries. Oh, I want to buy land cheap because I know the house burnt down and I can probably pick it up for, cheap. Okay, so we're not into that. So we're not selling property in Lahaina. So an example of this website that I built is I have on the menu, I have home, about, listings. So here's where you click on and you can see what listings I have. Okay. Um, and then there's recognition. That's more for PR. And then the rest of the section is additional information like um, I also offer Ask the Building expert webinars. I have expert websites, national expert blogs. So all of these I just added to this website. And then one section is real estate blogs, and you might be interested in setting up your own blog. And then services, and then I included a CV, which is like my bio or resume, and then the contact, how to contact me. So you don't have to include all of these things. You could make it more simple, but I decided just to include it because I can, and I have it. Okay, so this is my real estate uh, website. It's my own website. It's not connected to my real estate company, although further down I have to list down my company name, my real estate license number, and all that stuff. Okay. Now, here's website example of websites for specific listings. So I created a listing. Uh, I had a listing, and it's a house in Kailua, and I made a separate website for just that property. Okay. And this is where you can, if you want to go crazy, you can fill it with 50 or 100 different photos. You can put a video tour, all that good stuff. Okay, so that's an example of just building a website specific to just one piece of property. And here's another house, St. Louis Heights, that was one of my listings, and that was a separate website also. And for people that don't care about the other information on my real estate website, and you just want to know about the house, then it's there. They don't have to wade through all this other stuff to get to it. So you want to make it easy for buyers and other real estate professionals. I think I had more real estate agents look at my real estate website than potential buyers or sellers. But that's a good thing, right? Because realtors are all working together to help each other. Now, you might ask, well, how do I build a website? Well, most of you do not have time, or you don't want to spend the time to build your own website. But if you do, this is some information. There's a lot of website uh, platforms that you can use, some for free that have advertising, some not, some you have to pay. It all depends what kind of website you want to use. If you want to create a website using WordPress, that's one thing. If you want a templated type website, you can choose, or you can work with somebody who's a webmaster and help them, give them information, and they would be the ones to create your website. You got to remember that it's not only paying money to have somebody create the website, but it's also paying money for the domain name, and then also for the hosting every month to have your information online. Okay, so that's websites. Let's talk about fact sheets. You take a listing, it's exciting. You want to make a fact sheet. Well, you're going to have nice photos and a description and all that. And in the past, we're like designing and making our own fact sheets. Okay, and you can still do that today. And what I do is I use AI to do a test run and give me ideas on the setup and ideas on the content. And then of course I match it with my own. So sometimes you got to combine the two together. So you can use AI to generate information, right? You feed AI the property information, and then you want the AI to give you a couple runs of images, details, and comparisons and things like that. If you don't like it, reject it, and and go for another round. If it doesn't work for you and you just want to create your own because maybe you use a title company or you use your own assistant to do it and they're way better than how AI can complete it, well then that's good. Stick with that. But I try to experiment and I combine the human with the AI together. So here's a listing that I currently have on the market. And this is a fact sheet that uh, was partly done by AI and partly by humans. Okay, so uh, this is just an example that I'm showing you. You could have like 3 different versions or 5 different versions of uh, a fact sheet, and then choose a good one that you want, and that's the one you're going to have printed. Okay, so it's fairly easy to do, um, and just make sure that all the information is correct. Now, let's say that you have a listing and you just want to promote it via social media. Okay, so you can use AI for that, enhancing social media engagement. The AI tools can generate content for social media platforms, including captions, images, hashtags tailored to your audience. Who's your target audience? Okay. Um, and you just got to experiment with these things, and it's going to work. It's not going to work. It might work okay, and then you got to kind of keep working with it to make things happen the way you want. It takes a while. It doesn't come, right away. Social media engagement. I use my social media platforms is Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. I have a TikTok account, but I don't use it that much. So here's examples of social media posts generated by AI. So in addition to real estate, I have a construction management company. I promote my national expertise. So I do different things using social media, but these are examples of what you can do. So a lot of times you feel like you want to promote on social media, but you don't have the time to kind of create social media posts and all these different things, and it takes a lot of time. In the past, Martin and I used to create every single social media post with content, text, images, and all that, and it took us like it took me like at least 1 hour for one social media post that somebody could read in 10 seconds. So with the AI, it's cut down that time drastically. And we were doing social media posts, we're putting together webinar content, blogs. I mean, we're most of our day was bogged down in having to write all these different content and stuff. And the AI basically took away all that time and allowed me more time to do other things. And Martin also. Well, plus that, uh, we have assistants that help us too. So we have our virtual assistants use AI to put together and complete all this information. Okay, so this is social media engagement, and so I don't do much right now with social media except um, reviewing content, and my assistants post it on social media. And of course, I post my own stuff, but so this way you're constantly promoting. So if you're a realtor, real estate agent, and you want to promote your listing or just the fact that you're around and you can help buyers and sellers, I see posts on social media and videos, and most of it's made by the realtors themselves, but it takes a lot of time. So if you want to invest in AI to help you, you realize that you got more time to try to look for clients or help clients. let's talk about blogs. How many real estate agents out there have your own blogs, right? Some do, some don't, but some say, I don't have time. I'm so busy. But you can actually create blogs fast by using AI. So what you're going to do is, if you're interested, you use AI. It can help create content, optimize content for search engines, improve ranking, have yourself discovered, keywords, readability, relevance, and enhanced through AI analysis. And basically, it'll save you time if you want to do more. And as you know, there's thousands of real estate agents, and it's a very competitive market. So you want to do things that other agents may not be doing, or most agents may not be doing. I mean, the whole real estate industry changed. It's not like taking a listing, putting an ad in the paper and having open house, or putting an ad in a Homes and Land magazine, right? It's not like that anymore. It's a lot more work involved, especially now, especially trying to sell condos where it's hard to get financing. Okay, so here's samples of blogs. These are my own blogs. So this is a real estate blog, tips for selling your home in a competitive market. And my blogs are not only made for uh, realtors, they're made for consumers, home buyers, home sellers, anybody out there who's interested in real estate. Okay, so a lot of real estate people say, I like your blog topic. Can I use the information? I said, sure. Um, it's available. So you can share it. We're all about sharing. So that's my real estate blog. I have another blog about de minimis and things like that. And then another blog about structural integrity 101. I think that one came from my building expert blog. But here's samples of what you can do. And it's not that hard to have a blog created and post it on your website. You don't even have to have a separate blog website. You can just use your own real estate website and have the blog feature there. And so here's what happens. There's a protocol. Ideas created, and then a blog's created. I look at the images, I look at the text, I change some words, I cross out some paragraphs that I don't like, and I select the image. If it's acceptable, then it's posted on social media. Okay. At the same time it's posted on social media, it goes in the blog section of my website. So now I got two places where people can see it, right? And if you have a newsletter, you can put your blog as a article in your newsletter. So I'm all about repurposing content. Martin and I, we're work too hard to be able to just keep cranking out stuff. So we want to create one thing, right? One thing, one social media post. That's it. And oh, Martin, what else can we do with this? Oh, we can turn it into a blog article. Okay, shoot, let's do that. Oh, you know what? Let's post it to our website. Let's do that. Oh, we have a newsletter. Why don't we use that same content and put it on a newsletter? So we're repurposing one piece of content 10 different times. Okay. And then the thing is, if you run out of ideas, you can go back and, oh, what's the blog that we posted, back in January of this year? It was about uh, a home inspection. Oh, yeah. Let's repurpose that. So a blog that was already posted before, now we repost it again and tweak it, and it becomes an entirely new social media blog, right? So that's what you need to do. We don't want to work too hard, right? We've got other things. Okay, so what about newsletters? You guys have newsletters? If not, it's very easy. You have a newsletter list. Okay, so efficient content creation for client communication. You want to craft your own personalized newsletter for everybody. And I don't mind. My newsletter, okay, I don't have a real estate newsletter specifically. I have a construction management newsletter, and time to time I include real estate information. You know, my newsletter, my email database has probably 1,000 realtors on it. So although I'm a real estate agent myself, we're all in the business together of helping each other. So if I can share information with my fellow real estate professional, that's what I'll do. So AI can help analyze client data. If you want to get specific, right? If you're working with buyers, sellers, or who knows, there's people out there who aren't a buyer or seller, but they may be, soon, and you don't know that. And they might read your newsletter and say, well, I like what you wrote. I want to talk to you. Okay, so um, use AI for newsletter content. Set up an outline, a draft, what topics you want to cover. Have AI run information about the topics using data on the internet and, of course, your own information, and then publish it. And that's what I do. Every month we have a newsletter going out. Okay, so you might say, well, can you give us samples of your newsletter? Here we go. Efficient content creation for client communication. So because I don't have a specific real estate newsletter, this is screenshots of my newsletters from my construction management company. So July, August. I even have one in September here. Wow, we work fast. Well, it's almost September, so that September newsletter is going out soon. So Martin, let me know if you don't get it because you're on a mailing list too. Okay, great. So here's what I do. I look at like what's the holidays during my newsletter month. And in July it was 4th of July, so we added an image with a little blurb about 4th of July. I think in August it was some kind of National Senior Week or something like that. September is Labor Day. So I try to make it like not only business, but have it more fun. Like, pick a holiday. Okay, Happy Easter, Merry Christmas, whatever. And then after that, then I go into a little more detail about the specific content. Okay. Um, Martin and I also have a company called Small Business Hawaii that's connected to our small business directory, online business directory. And here's screenshots of newsletters that we put together that we have not sent out yet because it's still fairly new, but we're working on it. So, and we use AI for that, and probably it's half AI written and half Lance Luke and Martin Pea written. So we don't want to depend on AI 100%. We want to make sure that when people read it, they're reading it knowing that a human wrote it, but of course we're using AI to help us with, data gathering and information. Okay. I don't want to make it where people reading it and it's all AI written. And I don't think I would want to read something like that. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about like press releases. Now, I know you can't, I mean, if a realtor, a real estate professional does something good, right? And you have a press release out and it's one a year, that's better than no press releases in 5 or 10 years. Okay. I think this year I've had like 5 or 6 press releases out, but they weren't real estate related. They were uh, building, construction related. So you can use AI to help generate press releases for you, automated content creation, make it more personable, optimize distribution, analytics and insight. I mean, the first thing you would do is, did you do anything special? It doesn't have to even be in real estate. Okay, it could be that you helped. You help with a homeless program, or you help clean weeds or some stuff pick up litter at the beach or whatever, and it's part of a bigger program. Um, community service stuff, that's good. I mean, if you can do something that you'd be recognized, post it on social media, make a press release and put it out there. And what I do is I make a press release and it's out there and it's submitted to 800 different media outlets throughout the world. All I need is one pick one, and I take the heading, right, with the logo, and then I put that press release on my website or social media posts or blog or whatever. And that's a way that you can use the content. Now you might say, oh, how do I even do a press release, right? So there's different companies that can help you write a press release, but if you write it on your own, you submit it to these companies, and for a fee, they can publish it for you. But just remember that if you're in Hawaii and your press release is published, it might not be published in Hawaii. It might be published in Malaysia or Chicago. Okay, but that's okay because you can repurpose that press release by putting it on your own social media content, your own newsletter, your own blog posts, and all that. So that's the way to do it. Let's see what else we have. Man, this is pretty exciting. Okay, so here's some press releases of my own that I'm sharing with you. This is screenshots. Building expert advises on kingfisher in critical repairs. This is a property on the mainland where there was problems with the building falling apart, and I did a press release on that. And you know that Baltimore bridge that big ship crashed into and fell over. I did a press release on that. So these are picked up by major news outlets, and all I need is one. Like this one is siliconvalley.com. And I use that because when people see the logo on the top, it's not like it's coming from you and your own press release person and you're writing about yourself. Okay, that doesn't cut it. No one wants to hear people talk about themselves too much. Okay, but these are all third-party endorsements. Okay, once a press release is published, now this company is basically helping to promote myself as a building expert, and you can do that also in real estate or in construction, whatever you do. Okay, here's another one. Windsor Park, decades of sinking homes, and this is in Las Vegas. And Las Vegas is like to Hawaii, the ninth island. So I decided to stick my nose in and do a press release about that. And it helps because the more that is written about me, then my level hopefully is getting raised in the profession, and they go, wow, this guy is like the expert at all this. Look, the newspaper wrote about him, wrote about what he said and all that. So if you do that as a real estate person, you're getting there, and it's all about promotion. That's what it is. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, webinars. You're attending a webinar, you're watching a webinar, regardless if you're on Zoom or you're watching on social media live or watching a replay. This is a webinar you're attending. You can do the same thing. Now, this is my Ask the Building Expert webinars, and look at the topics, right? Condo board errors, real estate development, condo remodeling, real estate seller disclosure, developer transition. So you could do the same thing. You could just copy what we do, right? Just pick And we give like two webinars per month. You don't even have to do that. You can do one a month, you can do one every 4 months, you can do one whenever you need to. Um, and we use AI to help create the PowerPoint. We use the AI to create the content. And of course, we create it on our own, and then we use AI to help, add in here and there, right? And you don't even have to do it all by yourself. You can set up a topic. Like one topic would be, let's talk about a real estate appraisal or survey or termite inspection or home inspection. And you might say, well, I can't talk for a whole hour. Okay, well, here's an idea. Why don't you invite a special guest? Okay. So your topic is termite inspection. Ask your favorite termite inspector, hey, you want to be a guest speaker on our webinar? And a lot of them will be happy to, because then that helps them market too. And then the other thing you could say, we're going to record it and we'll give you the recording, and you could use it. So can you imagine your friendly home inspector, termite inspector, uh, giving the, participating in the webinar, and then they're sharing their videos of the webinar. So not only you're sharing it, now you got another person sharing it. So if you have a following of 500 to 1,000 followers on social media, and then this other person, your termite home inspector, has another 500 or 1,000, now you got 2,000, 1,000 to 2,000 potential people watching your video. Okay. And then the other thing is, hello, this is a good idea, man. You take the 1 hour video and you cut it up into snackable videos, and you make short form videos that are about 2 to 5 minutes each. And then now you have, in addition to your one video, now you have 10 other videos that you could post. So on a one webinar, now you have a lot of content. And here's a secret. Martin, should I tell a secret? Okay, I will. So we record our webinars, and we take the recording, and we have a transcription service transcribe the audio to text. So it's in writing. Now we have a manuscript. What do I do with that? That's the start of my book. Okay, so I got like over 100 books I'm working on in various stages that all came from my webinars. So don't tell anybody the secret, okay? All right, some more on webinars. So we also have another webinar series called Ask the Marketing Experts, where we talk about social media posting, branding, and all that good stuff. So these are screenshots from our actual webinars. These are screenshots from, looks like our PowerPoint. So as you can see, we got a lot of stuff done. So you can do the same thing, right? But maybe on a smaller scale. And then, we use AI to help create this social media flyer. So we posted this on social media. It's Ask Me Anything. So I decided to do a Ask Me Anything webinar, and it went over well. We have like hundreds of people that watch the live and the video replay. So I talked about construction, buildings, condos, real estate, contractor licensing, building permits, the rail, monster houses. I was just open. I decided to say, you know what, let's just go for it, and it was good. That was the first time I did that. So as a real estate professional, you might be able to do that too. Hey, ask me anything about real estate. Your buyer, seller, I can comment on title, escrow, survey, home inspection, appraisal, home insurance, things like that. So it's all good. Okay. Um, There's some other tools you can use to give webinars if you need help. We use the Zoom platform. When I give seminars on the mainland, webinars on the mainland, we use Zoom or GoToMeeting. I don't know why they prefer GoToMeeting. And logged on in some other platforms too. Some more about webinars with AI assistants. Going through this fast. Real estate webinars. You know, here's a educational real estate webinars. If you want to promote yourself, start one up, right? If you need help, if you need a guest speaker, Martin and I will be happy to be guests, right? You just got to fit it into a busy schedule. Also, you can create webinars for real estate training programs. Okay. So here's some fast, lucky tips. Automate social media posts, personalize client experience, generate blog content, create AI-driven fact sheets, optimize emails. I really didn't talk about emails, but you can use AI for emails too. Email generation, lead generation, implement chatbots, which you haven't done yet, and then refine analytics. Okay, what you missed, we've given a whole bunch of webinars in the past on branding, website, social media posts, webinars. We got a whole bunch. Just go to our website. And what's coming up? We got AI for business professionals. We have a webinar on Expert Media Matters, which is a social media marketing company that can help you. If you go, yeah, you got good ideas, but who's going to do all the work? Okay, well, we got people that can help you create blogs and content and all that if you need. And then we have a specific webinar on promoting our small business directory, and then another webinar on Small Business Hawaii. Expert Media Matters. This is the company that we do digital marketing, but our website is askmarketingexperts.now.site. That's the website you go to watch our webinars and collect our free information, like download our PowerPoints, or you want free books, you can get that too. And then you can join our business directory, BestHawaiiBusinessDirectory.com. You can get a free listing. If you get a free listing, then you're automatically in our social networking association for business owners called Small Business Hawaii. Website smallbusinesshawaii.now.site. Use AI to your advantage. Use AI, no wondering why. I wrote a book about this that's available on our website. You don't have to buy it. You can download it free. We talk about like websites, lead generation, social media posts, blog content, and all that good stuff. And then you got questions, you know, we're here to answer your questions. So I know I talked enough, but I want to turn it over to Martin, see if any questions came in on our Zoom platform or social media.
Yep, Lance, we've had a few questions that have come in, and let me hit the first one here. It's how can AI help in creating more personalized client experiences on real estate websites? And what are some examples of AI tools that can be integrated into existing websites?
Okay, so if you have a website now, you can use AI, and we use ChatGPT. I have the free version, but I also upgraded so I'll keep upgrading as I need to with whatever, because I want as much as I can get from ChatGPT. So we use that. You can use ChatGPT to review your website, ask GPT to come up with an outline for a new website, or you can tweak your existing one. So you can use AI for that. And then what other content? You know, if you're planning on creating content for social media posts or creating a blog, certainly you use AI for that. So the tools for the website is you want to make sure your about section is solid, right? And then I would advise you, since you're going to be using AI, if you choose to go in that direction, create a blog. Even if you put one blog post per month, it's better than 0 posts and having no blog, right? create specific websites for your listings or other things. You want to create videos, so you want to make a section on videos, and then, you know, create a newsletter too. Your newsletter doesn't have to be every month. It could be once a quarter or whenever you have something to say. So just remember that any content is better than no content at all. Um, I know everyone's busy, lack of time and everything, but using AI can actually help create the content. And once you get it, you realize that, hey, why didn't I do this sooner? You could even use the free chat GPT, so it costs you nothing to create the content. And if you're going to post it yourself, that's fine, right? But we've invested in a lot of AI tools that we use to help create what we do. So not only ChatGPT, we have a platform called Sendable that we put together social media posts, and we use Sendable to date. We give Sendable the date and time that we want the post to be posted, and it does that. And then we have other AI tools we use, like editing tool for book writing and things like that. So if you're interested, let us know. We can give you more ideas.
Okay, thanks, Lance. Next question is, what are the risks or challenges associated with relying on AI for content creation, such as social media posts and blog articles? How can they be mitigated?
Okay, so remember what I said was that you don't depend. You use AI as a tool. You don't, AI is not an assistant that you hired and you just say, here, write the social media post and post it. You want to be the one in charge. Like every single bit of information that goes out there, whether it's a website, a social media post, a blog post, I have my hands on every single one of them and I read every one of them. I don't trust the AI because AI can be incorrect, right? So I got to make sure that, and sometimes the AI is wrong. It gives you incorrect information. So that's why you can't totally rely on it. For the most part, it's reliable, but sometimes it goes haywire. So I got to make sure that it's writing about the right thing, and I got to sign off. So every single social media post, it's approved by me. So if something is wrong, the content is incorrect or whatever, then that's on me. That's not on AI, because I use AI first. Sometimes I use AI first and then I add in my comments. Sometimes I write a social media post and then I have AI add to it or whatever, make it better, change words around, change phrasing, better grammar, and then, oh, okay. So for the most part, the AI is helpful rather than not helpful. But the caveat is you got to make sure that you're not cutting the AI loose and just doing whatever. It's almost like uh, the uh, the cars that were first out where it's self-driven and it got into accidents. You know, same kind of thing. I don't totally rely on computers and all that. To me, I rather rely on myself as a human first, and then use AI to help.
Very good. Thanks, Lance. Next question is, in what ways can AI enhance the accuracy and appeal of property fact sheets? And how do these AI-generated materials compare to those created manually?
Okay, so I did an experiment. I created my own fact sheet, and then I told my assistant to have AI create one. And in the beginning, the AI created one that had incorrect information, and I didn't like it. So we kept working with it, and eventually it was a combination of my own ideas and AI to create the reasonable looking fact sheet. So in the beginning, the AI one was terrible. if we use that, no one would want to read it, right? So that's only a fact sheet. And if you don't like what AI is producing, then forget about using AI and just create the fact sheet on your own. And I know there's companies out there, especially title companies that help realtors that create, like they already have a template. You just give them the information and the photos, and it's really professional looking. And yeah, those may be better than AI. I don't know. Maybe the title company is using AI to make the fact sheets. I'm not sure, but um, yeah. So there's a difference. I mean, just remember that AI is a tool. It's not the be all end all kind of situation, right? You always have to have your hand in it. You always have to be involved. Just like AI is not going to write your purchase contract or your listing contract for you. You as a realtor, you got to do it on your own.
Okay, Lance, thank you. This brought up a question maybe you can answer too, is when you're going through and improving your fact sheet with the AI, is it learning and improving in the process so that is that how you get better product every time?
Yeah, yeah. AI is remembering what information they gave you and what you gave them, and then you can do another run with AI and keep doing more runs. It's called prompting, or the technical word is prompt engineering. So I would go on Chat GPT and I would say create a real estate fact sheet for an open house, and then you give them the details. You give them the name of the condo, building, the unit number, and just feed them the information and it'll crank it out, right? The more information you give, the better. If you just say create a fact sheet, all you're going to get is some fact sheet about the building, and then give me images, for my fact sheet, and then initially they'll give you images of Ala Moana shopping center and Ala Moana beach park and all that. Go, oh, wait a minute, I don't want to show those. Those are additional to the images that I want. I want to actually have a picture of the building and a picture of the inside of the condo unit. That's what I want, right? So the
Okay.
AI doesn't know. Just act like it's just a robot that doesn't know anything, and you have to give them information. And then once you give them the information, and then you do another prompting, based on what they gave you, and then you can get it better and better to really what you want. And if they're totally off base, then you can start all over. So sometimes the whole the whole chat discussion takes kind of a long time. I mean, if you ever use Google, right? Google is AI based too. So in the past, you just enter something in Google and then it just spits out websites and stuff. Now you can see the AI actually writing stuff back to you um, in answer to your search. So it's very competitive. So which is a good thing, because being that the industry is so competitive with AI, now we're getting like better and better quality information back,
Oh, good,
which we
good.
need.
Yeah, yeah. So it sounds like, I mean, the more specific and clear you are in your prompts is the better the quality of results you get. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
exactly. Okay, next question that's come up here is, let's see. How can AI be used to improve the effectiveness of newsletters and press releases, especially in terms of audience targeting and engagement?
Okay, so
Um,
first you want, as a real estate agent, you want to be able to dictate who your target audience is. So as a real estate professional, your target audience is going to be potential buyers, sellers, and other real estate professionals, right? So you start off with that, and um, whatever the topic is, and you got to make sure that you're specific. So for instance, you can use AI to help create information about termite inspection. Okay, so you enter in the information and you get back all this gobbledygook about, termites and what termites look like, and it's almost sounding like some kind of a science project. But the AI didn't know specifically what you want, so you got to put down. You're doing a blog post, a webinar, a press release about you as a real estate professional being the expert in recommending termite people, or you're talking about termite inspections. You're explaining to potential clients what a termite inspector does or what he looks for and all that. Okay, so you got to narrow it down to specifics in order to, get the content that you need. So it takes work. It doesn't happen right away. You just got to keep working with it. Eventually, it'll happen, and then the light bulb goes on, and you're like, "Wow, this is great." Because for months and months, I was like struggling. I was getting frustrated. I'm going, this AI thing is full of BS because it's giving me erroneous information. And it's not even like giving me what I need. But then I realized that it's garbage in, garbage out. You got to give it information that you want back specifically to get specific information back. And once it's trained in all that, then I mean, you practically got it made now. Now it's so easy because the AI is trained. The AI remembers all the information we've given it. And now when there's a topic I need information about, it'll crank it out. And probably 90% of it is correct and is, what I really want. So it's good.
Yeah, terrific. Let's see, we have another question here. What are some practical tips for integrating AI into real estate webinars to keep the content engaging and interactive for participants?
Okay, so one thing you could do, what we do is we give a topic. I'm giving a webinar on AI for real estate professionals. Please give me an outline. What topics I should talk about? Well, I did that, right? I also did it on my own. And because I know what topics I want to talk about, because I wanted to share the content work product of what I do as specific examples. I just don't want to go on the webinar and talk about this and that. And as real estate professionals, you should use AI to do this, do that. I want to show specific examples. It's like show and tell. So this webinar is like, here's how I use AI in my real estate profession. I use AI to create fact sheets, my specific websites, blog posts, and all that. So I found over the years that it's like when you're in grade school, the show and tell. I used to be so excited when it's show and tell day because I wanted to see what other students had to talk about. Exploding volcano or something about a fish or whatever. And it's the same way. You have to show people. It's like in real estate. You can't think you're going to have a buyer going to make an offer on a condo unit without showing it, or without the person looking at your website, looking at the photos and looking at a video of what the property looked like. So it's the same kind of thing.
Okay, Lance. That's all the questions we had here, but I had one for you, and this kind of just came up. You're a pretty mobile type of business owner, yeah. So have you found that this improves your business in terms of your mobility with using AI and all these AI tools to, take your business on the road and do all the things that you need to do in your particular business, real estate, say for now, or even in your CMI business?
Yeah, it actually saved a lot of time. it's a time saver, and because of that, it allowed me to have extra time to do other things. So to me, it was worth it, even if I have to pay money for it. So it's like anything. If you pay to have a fast computer, you can get things done faster. And even with these cloud service, I started using these cloud services, and it helped tremendously because now I don't have to go through my emails and my computer files to find stuff, right? So I'm willing to pay extra to pay for a Google Drive that I can store 2 terabytes worth of data and information. And when I go to Google Drive, Google Drive, Dropbox, whatever the cloud service is, it's easy. So you go to the search, and I just type in the title name of whatever I'm searching for, and then I get immediately the screenshots of what I need. So, and all these things help, because without that, I'm spending time trying to hunt for stuff, and I don't like to spend time hunting for stuff. I get impatient. I want it like right away, because I'm moving on to the next thing. As you know, we got several businesses that we don't have time to be spending trying to hunt for stuff, or spending an hour to draft a social media post that someone can read in 10 seconds, right? So
Right.
the AI has helped tremendously, but you just use it to how it's going to help you. If you don't like it, eventually you're probably going to have to like it, because in the real estate industry, that's what's going to happen. In like any other industry, it's going to be taking over. So if you're like old school dinosaur days, you're just going to get run over by new technology and all that. So if you're old school and you need help, reach out to us. And basically everything I told you, we can do it for you if you need somebody to help you. If you already have somebody to help you, an assistant, then if you need the tools, what we use, we can tell you the names of the platforms that we use to help. But it's all there, and we're just trying to, raise the bar. We're trying to raise the industry so that it keeps pace with what's happening out there. So 10 years from now, I guarantee you, every single real estate person is going to be using AI, or maybe even 5 years from now. The other ones are going to be retired, or, working in the dinosaur days kind of thing. But anyway, I realize that we're out of time. So any other last comments, Martin?
No, great sharing. And like you say, I mean, it's every industry that will be needing to adjust to these AI times, just like we've all adjusted to having the iPhone be a big part of our lives, or the cell phones. It's just it's coming. So you
Yeah.
need to stick, struggle, and you'll pay the price. Yeah. So
Okay.
okay, thanks.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for attending on our Zoom platform, and also all our social media. If you watch it live, we appreciate it. If you're watching a recorded version, that's fine too. Stay tuned. Keep up. Go to our website. We got another webinar coming up. And it's all about marketing small business. So it doesn't matter if you're in real estate or any other business. We're here to help you. So until next time, thank you again, and mahalo. Aloha.
Aloha.